registered under the Sales Act 1990, subject to quota determination by the Input-Output Coefficient Organization, IOCO. This is the maximum petroleum levy rate in rupees per unit. Motor gasoline, 70 rupees per litre. 3 superior kerosene oil, 50 rupees per litre. For 4 light diesel oil, 50 rupees per litre. High octane blending component, HOBC, 70 rupees per litre. I think we should start with जो इस वक्त macroeconomic condition है और हमें fact base पे बात करनी चाहिए कि इस वक्त हमारा current account deficit कितना नीचे आ चुका है, fiscal deficit बड़े कंट्रोल में है, करेंसी स्टेबल है, खुदा ना खास्ता उस तरफ नहीं जा रही जो लीडर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन ने कहा है, और ये 6 महीने 7 महीने से ये करेंसी स्टेबल है और इंशाल्लाह ऐसे ही रहेगी. हमारे फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व्स आर एट $9 billion which are equivalent to 2 months of import cover. इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर्स वापस आ रहे हैं. इन्फ्लेशन ठीक है डायनामिक होती है लेकिन 38% से ये 11% पे आई है. पिछले महीने फूड इन्फ्लेशन वाज एट 2%. सो एज फार एज वी आर कंसर्न्ड, और इन सबको ये होना चाहिए कि इकॉनमी जो है उसमें स्टेबिलिटी आई है और इंशाल्लाह इसी स्टेबलाइजेशन को हम आगे लेके जा रहे हैं ताकि उसको फर्दर ग्रोथ की तरफ लेके जाएं. जो बजट के बेसिक असूल थे मैं उनको दोबारा रिपीट करना चाहूँगा. टैक्स टू GDP रेशो इस मुल्क में 9.5% नहीं रह सकती. हम मुतहम्मल नहीं हो सकते. हमें जो रिलीफ की बात करते हैं, सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात करते हैं, ये अगले 3 साल में हमने इसको 13% की तरफ लेकर जाना है. और कैसे लेके जाना है? पहले जो हमने खुद एडमिट की हैं, जो लीकेजेस हैं, जो करप्शन है और जो इसमें थेफ्ट है अक्रॉस सेक्टर्स, उन्हें उसको ठीक करना है बाय इंक्लूडिंग रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग FBR और उसको डिजिटलाइजेशन की तरफ लेके जाना है. इसी तरह हम बाकी सेक्टर्स को, वेदर इज द रिटेल डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स और वेदर द रियल एस्टेट, उसमें हम जो है नेट को एक्सपेंड कर रहे हैं. और इसमें जो नॉन फाइलर्स वाला जो इख्तरा है, जहाँ तक मुझे अगर मेरे पे छोड़ा जाए, ये इख्तरा इस मुल्क में फिलफौर बंद हो जानी चाहिए. लेकिन हमने उसकी तरफ बहुत एक अहम कदम उठाया है अगले साल के लिए. वी हैव टेकन दोज रेट्स टू प्यूनिटिव लेवल्स, ताकि कोई नॉन फाइलर 3, 4, 5 दफ़ा सोचे कि उसको इस मुल्क में टैक्स पे करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए. उसके अलावा जी हमने जो डेवलपमेंट उसमें बजट रखा है वो ऐवान के सामने रख दिया गया है. जो वल्नरेबल सेगमेंट्स हैं उसमें मिनिमम वेज की बात हुई है, उसमें यूटिलिटी स्टोर्स की बात हुई है और हम उसको आगे लेकर जा रहे हैं. इसी तरह जो प्राइवेटाइजेशन की बात की जा रही है, ये 2 से 3 साल का मंसूबा है एंड इट्स गोइंग टू टेक इंशाल्लाह इट्स गोइंग टू बी एग्जीक्यूटेड. तो इसका टैक्स टू GDP, जो स्टेट ओन एंटरप्राइजेज हैं उनकी रिफॉर्म और उसके साथ ही जो एनर्जी सेक्टर की रिफॉर्म है, पावर सेक्टर की रिफॉर्म्स हैं, ये सब मजमूई तौर पे इस बजट का हिस्सा है एंड इज पार्ट ऑफ आवर रोड मैप इंशाल्लाह गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. बहुत शुक्रिया जी.
Now I put the motion to the House. It has been moved that the bill to give effect to the financial proposal of the federal government for the year beginning on the first day of July 2024 and to amend certain laws, the Finance Bill 2024 be taken into consideration at once. All those in favor of it may say aye. All those against it may say no. I think ayes have it. Consequently, the motion is adopted. Clause by clause reading. Insertion of clause 1A. There is an amendment of insertion of clause 1A standing in the name of Muhammad Aurangzaib, Minister for Finance and Revenue. Now I call upon Minister of Finance to move the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hereby move that in the Finance Bill 2024 as introduced in the National Assembly, after clause 1, the following new clause 1A shall be inserted. Clause 1A. After clause 1, the following new clause 1A shall be inserted, namely 1A, amendments of the Stamp Act 1899, 2 of 1899, in the Stamp Act 1899, 2 of 1899, as is in force in the Islamabad Capital Territory in Schedule 1. A, for Article 23, the following shall be substituted, namely 23, conveyance as defined under subsection 10 of Section 2, not being a transfer charged or exempted under Article 62. A, any instrument or set of instruments relating to a future flow transaction for fundraising by any bank or financial institution, including but not limited to any instrument involving a conveyance, whether by way of assignment, transfer, sale, or another manner of rights, titles, or interests relating to bank accounts, receivables, or cash flows, whether in foreign currency or Pakistani rupees, in existence or which are to come into existence in future. So iska hai ji 1,000 rupees. It's a notional amount. any other instrument setting out the terms and conditions pertaining to such future flow transaction, and B, in any other case, 4% of the value of the property. And in Article 62, the existing exemption shall be numbered as Exemption 1, and after Exemption 1, numbered as aforesaid, the following new Exemption 2 shall be added, namely transfers which are covered under conveyance described in Article 23(1)(a).
Now I put the amendment as moved by the Finance Minister for Revenue. The question is that the amendment as moved be adopted. All those in favor of it may say aye. All those against it may say no. I think ayes have it. Consequently, amendment adopted in new clause 1A stands part. काउंट की जरूरत नहीं नजर आ रहा है, ये जजमेंट मुझे करने दीजिए. नहीं, काउंट की जरूरत नहीं है. नहीं. जी, there are also Senate recommendations on clause 2. There are six amendments in clause 2. First amendment standing in the name of Muhammad Aurangzaib, Minister of Finance. Second amendment standing in the name of Noor Alam Khan. Third amendment stands in the name of Muhammad Mobeen Arif and Ali Muhammad. Fourth amendment standing in the name of Shaida Rahmani Sahaba. Fifth amendment standing in the name of Muhammad Moin Amir Pirzada. Sixth standing in the name of Umar Ayub Khan. Now I call upon Muhammad Aurangzaib, Minister of Finance, to move the amendment. Count की मुझे जो नजर आ रहा है ना, वक्त जुमे का वक्त है, जुमे का वक्त जाया होगा, जुमे का वक्त जाया होगा. जी औरंगजेब साहब.
I hereby move that in the Finance Bill 2024, as introduced in the National Assembly for Clause 2, the following shall be substituted, namely, amendment of the Petroleum Products Petroleum Levy Ordinance 1961, 25 of 1961. In the Petroleum Products Petroleum Levy Ordinance 1961, 25 of 1961, for the fifth schedule, the following shall be substituted, namely, the fifth schedule, C, sections 3, 1 and 7. Number 1, high-speed diesel oil, HSDO, 70 rupees per litre. This is the maximum petroleum levy rate in rupees per unit. Motor gasoline, 70 rupees per litre. Number 3, superior kerosene oil, 50 rupees per litre. Number 4, light diesel oil, 50 rupees per litre. High octane blending component, HOBC, 70 rupees per litre. Number 6, E10 gasoline, 50 rupees per litre. Number 7, liquefied petroleum gas produced or extracted in Pakistan, 30,000 rupees per metric ton.
Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hereby move that in the Finance Bill 2024, as introduced in the National Assembly, for Clause 3, the following shall be substituted, namely, in Subclause 3, for the words trade-based money laundering, wherever occurring, the words combating trade-based money laundering shall be substituted. Number 2, in Subclause 11, paragraph 6 shall be omitted. Number 3, in Subclause 12, in subparagraph 1, in item D, in the proviso for the expression to be presided by the chairman himself, and if for some special and extra reason the chairman himself is unable to preside, the chairman may reconstitute the bench. The words constituted by the chairman shall be substituted. Number 4, for subclause 14, the following shall be substituted, namely 14, for section 194C, the following shall be substituted. 194C, procedure of appellate tribunal. Number 1, the powers and functions of the appellate tribunal may be exercised and discharged by benches constituted by the chairman from amongst the members thereof. Number 2, subject to the provisions contained in subsections 3 and 4, the procedure of the appellate tribunal, including constitution of benches, case management system, distribution of cases and other matters ancillary or incidental thereto, shall be regulated by the rules under this Act. Number 3, every appeal against a decision order deciding a case involving duty, tax, penalty or fine exceeding 5 million rupees shall be heard by a special bench for hearing such appeals, and such bench shall consist of not less than 2 members and shall include at least 1 judicial member and 1 technical member, provided that the chairman may, for reasons to be recorded in writing, constitute benches including special benches consisting of 2 or more, A, technical members, or B, judicial members. Number 4, the chairman or any other member of the appellate tribunal authorized in this behalf by the chairman may, sitting singly, dispose of any case which has been allotted to the bench of which he is a member, where A, the value of the goods confiscated without option having been given to the owner of the goods to pay a fine in lieu of confiscation under section 181, or B, in any disputed case the difference in duty or tax involved or the duty or tax involved or the amount of fine or penalty involved does not exceed 5 million rupees. Number 5, if the members of a bench differ in opinion or any point, the point shall be decided according to the opinion of the majority, if there is a majority. But if the members are equally divided, they shall state the point or points on which they differ, and the case shall be referred by the chairman for hearing on such point or points by one or more of the other members of the appellate tribunal, and such point or point shall be decided according to the opinion of the majority of the members of the appellate tribunal who have heard the case, including those who first heard it. Provided that where the members of a special bench are equally divided, the points on which they differ shall be decided by the chairman. Number 6, the appellate tribunal shall, for the purpose of discharging its functions, have the same powers as are vested in a court under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908, 5 of 1908, when trying suit in respect of the following matters, namely A, discovery inspection, B, enforcing the attendance of any person examining him on oath, C, compelling the production of books of account and other documents, and D, issuing commissions. Number 7, any proceeding before the appellate tribunal shall be deemed to be judicial proceeding within the means of sections 193 and 228, and for the purpose of section 196 of the Pakistan Penal Code, Act XLB of 1860, and the appellate tribunal shall be deemed to be a court for all the purposes of section 480 and 482 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, Act 5 of 1898. Number 5, in subclause 15, in paragraph 3, for subparagraph C, the following shall be substituted, namely C, a person to be nominated by the applicant from a panel notified by the board, comprising number 1, chartered accountants, cost and management accountants or advocates having minimum 10 years experience in field of taxation, provided that the taxpayer shall not nominate a chartered accountant or cost and management accountant or an advocate if the said chartered accountant, cost and management accountant or the advocate is or has been an auditor or an authorized representative of the taxpayer. Number 2, reputable businessmen as nominated by Chambers of Commerce and Industry. And number 3, Office of Customs Service of Pakistan who stood retired in BS 21 or above. Number 6, in subclause 17, in paragraph 9, in subparagraph C, in serial 1 in the table against PCT code 9919, in column 2, in serial 2B, after word carpets, the word imported shall be inserted. And number 7, in subclause 18, in paragraph A, in subparagraph 2 for serial B, the following shall be substituted, namely B, after subserial 7B, the following new subserial numbers in column 2 and the entries relating thereto in columns 3, 4 and 5 shall be added, namely raw materials for the manufacture of PV modules, 0% if imported by local assemblers or manufacturers registered under the Sales Act 1990 of PV modules about to quota determination by the Input-Output Coefficient Organization IOCO. Number 1, PV modules, silicon adhesive sealant 3214.9010. Number 2, MC4 connectors 8536.9090. Number 3, black sheet film 3920.9900. Number 4, packing boxes modules 4819.1000, 4819.5000. Number 5, corner block 7616.9990. Number 4, polyethylene compound 3901.9000. Number 7, tin ingot 8001.000. Number 8, plates, sheets and strip of cellular rubber, vulcanized Fords 008.1190. Number 9, glass fibers including glass wool and articles thereof, NES 7019.9090. D, parts of solar inverters, control board 8504.4090. Number 2, power board 8504.4090. Number 3, charge controller board AC 9032.8890. Number 4, charge controller board PV 9032.8990. Number 5, DC-DC board 8504.9040. Number 6, LCD display 8531.2000, 8524.1100. Number 7, display board 8531.2000. Number 8, AC input and output terminal 8536.9090. Number 9, battery input terminals 8507.900. PV terminals 8536.9090. Casings, plastic or steel 8504.9090. Circuit board CB for inverters 8534.000. Number 9 stuffed PCBs for inverters 8504.9030. 0% applicable if imported by local assemblers and manufacturers registered under the Sales Act 1990 of PV modules subject to quota determination by the Input-Output Coefficient Organization, IOCO. Parts of lithium batteries. Number 1, cells 8507.9000. Number 2, copper bar cell-to-cell connection 7407.1010. Number 3, BMS level 1 electronic card 8507.9000. Number 4, casing 8507.9000. Number 5, harness set cells monitoring wires with tags 8544.4290. Output terminals with screws 8536.9090. Power cables, battery internal 8544.4290. DC fan 8414.5990. DC breaker 8536.2010. 8536.2020. 8536.2090. Packing screws 7318.1590. Terminal covers 3926.9099. Acrylic sheet, short circuit safety sheet 3920.5900, 3921.9090. Number 9, other accessories, temporary sensors, connectors 8536.9090, 9031.8000, 8507.9000. Assembly items and handles. All of this 0% application if imported by local assemblers or manufacturers of lithium batteries registered under the Sales Act 1990 subject to quota determination by the Input-Output Coefficient Organization, IOCO.